When we look at World War II combatives, one of the areas we tend to not explore so much is how do we use the striking that we get from those systems and those platforms amidst the grappling that naturally happens as two humans collide in conflict. Now, if you think about William Fairburn's background, for example, in judo and jiu-jitsu, those are, especially the jiu-jitsu, sweet spot places of using a temi, using striking just prior or whilst you're achieving grips that allow you to lock, throw, twist, strangle and do all those lovely things. So one of the things I recommend you do as you explore your World War II combatives is make sure you don't just spend all your atemi time or your striking time working things without an attachment. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can do those things, but often when humans are in conflict, it will very quickly become a bit of a trench fight, this close, biting, snarling, headbutting, throwing, grappling, this kind of stuff. So how can we get used to using those strikes at this trench fight range, or in the range which is amidst a grapple and a striking kind of encounter? So my first thing is get used to attachments and the World War II concepts and striking. Real simple way, you can start with a symmetric grip. So a symmetric grip is where the grip is on the same side, like so. So my left hand over here, straight forward, is on the lapel. And obviously this isn't a brilliant, amazing grip, but it's a quite natural, normal one. And get used to using this to pull and push, and use that pulling and pushing, and not just the arm, but using your body to pull and push, put your body weight behind it, as well as circling. How can I pull, push, and strike at the same time? So as opposed to my usual edge of hand blow, how can I, once I've achieved, say, a symmetric grip, how can I do this? And how can I build that in a compound sense? 1, 2, yeah? I could go 1, 2, 3 on a vertical edge of hand blow. So you can see how really simply, if I've achieved a decent grip, I can still deploy using my hips, edge of hand blows, in a vertical, in a horizontal fashion, and combining them 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and get used to working the man and working yourself from this grip. And you can use this to play with all sorts of World War II combatives. I'll take a symmetric grip on this side. I could be driving in with chin jabs, nice and simple. I'm going to pull him and I'm going to drive down and then up. So pulling down and driving up into the chin jab, so I can exacerbate the force here. I might decide, being nice and close, to pin his body close, so not allow any flex on this. So pin him as close as I can, and then drive the tiger claw strike, the long straight piston shot, from a close range, straight through. These are options I can play with. And that's just from simple grips. So getting used to simple grip, boom, cradle shot. Simple grips, edge of hand blows. Simple grips, chin jabs. Simple grips, tiger claws. Simple grip, ear slap. You've got all these things to work with, getting used to not just doing your World War II strikes in striking isolation and then moving to a grapple, but how could I, once achieving this grip, work off my options from here. So it's not so much a tutorial video, but as a reminder to make sure that not everything is just coming clean like so, but that you can work it from different types of grip. And once you're used to that, you can get used to asymmetric grips, which are my favorite. So those are grips that grip the opposite side. For example here, so my left hand is going crosswise against my body because I can defend against blows coming up here. I can turn and reposition myself nice and easy. And I can pop in cheeky shots, boom, right into the throat. So an asymmetric grip, symmetric, asymmetric, thumb down, thumb up, they all make a difference. If it's going kind of thumb down on the shoulder, that opens up and bars certain techniques. If I take a high asymmetric, edge of hand blows are no longer my friend. If I take a low asymmetric, edge of hand blows can be my friend. So get used to what grips enable you to do and disallow you from doing easily, if that makes sense. So get used to high, low, inverted, thumb up, thumb down. All those different options will enable you to exacerbate the force that you get from your World War II combatives strikes. And once you're used to that, if you're thinking symmetric, asymmetric, high, low, you can get used to other types of fabric grip. So how can I, with a grip on the back of the fabric, still make use of those World War II combative strikes? So using the back of the fabric here. If you practice with more modern clothes, how do hoodies make an interest? How does the belt make an impact? How can I hold on to the belt? I could potentially get a decent belt grip and do essentially an inverted chin jab, boom, chin down, bang. Lovely shot from super close range. I can be this close and very easily acquire a chin jab, nice and simple, or indeed a matchbox style blow using the inner part of my forearm. So get used to playing with and striking from all these grips. Symmetric, asymmetric, belt grips, all of these things will change the way and the manner in which you deliver those World War II combative strikes. So get playing with this stuff. It's really important that you get used to being ragged and pulled around and pushed, because this is the nature of conflict, and you will find yourself grappling really, really quickly unless you've got some awareness of how you can best dominate grips. And again, once you get used to that, you can start to work off other types of grip. So how can I, from two hands being engaged in grip fighting, release quickly, bang, into a shot? So now I'm in this grip fight here, and then I might decide from that shot, do I want to continue ballistically, or bang, do I want to achieve my grip? So do I want to let it go quickly, get in my shot, or do I want to transition from grips, bang, into a disengagement? Whatever you want to do. So get used to grip fighting for your advantage. And the only way really to get good at it is whop on some gi tops, raggedy old hoodies, jumpers, parkas, whatever, and get used to what different types of grip allow you to do when it comes to your striking arsenal. But the top tips for me is achieving the grip, make it ballistic. So slap onto the target and then grip, because that gets the optimum amount of cloth into the grip. The more cloth I get into the grip, the more control I have on the person. So as opposed to reaching for it, slap on, make contact, get a good portion then. And if you've got a little bit, improve it. So even if I snag a small amount and I don't have the control, I can strike and improve the amount of grip I've got here. Get used to the notion that with your grip, it's not just the power of your arm. It's the power of my legs, my hips, my shoulders, my knees. It's all of these things. So if I want to pull him, I can't just rely on that. I need to move me as well as him. Especially so if I want to move around the opponent. So if I've got an asymmetric here and I want to get round the back, yes, I will pull and turn him, but I'll also drive myself. So I will pull and turn, but it's me that does the hard work in terms of shifting, because you can't always rely on the ability to turn and rag another human being. So my core advice, in a very long-winded, rambly way, is don't just get used to striking in isolation with your World War II combative techniques. Get used to the opportunities that certain types of grip enable you to have. How that offers you the ability to work around the person, keep yourself safe. You'll have noted in this video my chin's up so you can hear me speak. In reality, as soon as you've got these grips on, head down, chin down, be in a solid position, and then I can use this grip here and I can change my grips in order to fire those shots. Bang! Ear boxing, matchbox style blows, shin jabs, tiger claws. All these things are available to you and are especially potent if you can drive the opponent into them and use that to make a bit of space to do it again. So my advice, get used to your Fairbairn Sykes, WW2 Combatives, whatever you want to call your particular approach, from the point of grip work, because Fairbairn, from his jiu-jitsu background, that would have made eminent sense. Most fights eventually come to grips. You might as well know what you're looking for and take advantage. And that's just on clothing. There's always added benefit in understanding how to manipulate the human body itself, as well as the levers that different clothing grabs align. But slap grabs, if you've got a shit lever, improve it. If you can get the limb and the clothing, even better. All these things will help you exacerbate the force that you can get from your World War II combative shots. So go out there, give it a play.